What's going on, SixPackAbs.com? It's Thomas Delauer, your lead nutritionist and lean trainer here. And today I want to give you some different ways to train your abs with weight. You see, a lot of times we think that we just have to be doing crunches forever and ever and ever to get our abs to pop through. The reality is when we're doing that, we are seeing the abs because we're getting some neural activation, and we're seeing the abs because, quite honestly, we're doing cardio by doing thousands of sit-ups. And that cardio is probably burning some fat. So sure, you're gonna see your abs, but you have to treat your abs just like every other muscle. That doesn't mean that you need to go train them in a 4 or 6 repetition range and go for this craziness, but you do need to get them under some load. You do need to get them under some weight so that they can actually have some time under tension. So I wanna show you 3 of my favorite weighted ab exercises. Nothing crazy, simple things that you can do at home with little 5-10 pound dumbbells. A little bit of weight goes a long way, and you don't want to be loading your spine with a lot of weight anyway. So let's start with one that you probably know of, which is going to be just a regular good old-fashioned cable crunch, okay? This is something that you see at the gym. Might not be something you can do at home, but you can modify it, and I'll show you how. Okay, so what I'm going to do when I do a cable crunch is get myself far enough back so that I don't want to be crunched in, because what I don't want to do when I do a cable crunch is be super tight to the point where I have to slide my butt back. I want to be far enough back where when I'm at the top of the motion, I can crunch in and tuck underneath. I want the motion, when I come down, I want my elbows to come along the plane of the floor. So see how they're like moving like that. So then I come up, elbows are traveling along the floor, and I'm curling in. Not this. If I do this, it's really hard on the back. I want to slide far enough back so that I get that stretch. Slide the elbows along the floor. Slide them along the floor. And you want to hinge right at the bottom. Boom. So you get halfway down, hinge. Halfway down. Boom. So that's how you should be doing those when you're in the gym. Now the thing is you can modify this. You can do it with any kind of resistance band or anything like that. And there's actually a way that you get a similar motion by doing it with, of course, a simple plate. So the way that we're gonna do this is we're gonna hop on the ground. Okay, and one thing that's really important when you do any kind of weighted sit-up at all is you don't wanna be having your feet off the ground a whole lot. So what that's gonna end up doing, it's gonna make it so that you're really engaging your back way more and you're tilting yourself back. You're gonna have an awkward motion here because you're gonna have extra weight added in. So you wanna make sure your feet are planted and you wanna hold this plate down as far back as you can, back almost behind your neck, not behind your head. If you put it behind your head, you're gonna do this. That's working your neck more than anything. Hold it further back and then crunch up. Okay, small little crunch. We're hitting the abs the exact same way, but you don't want to be coming down. If you come down all the way, again, you're getting that thoracic region. So hold this plate along your back, and you have just enough resistance to get what you need. It may not look the same as that cable ab, but it is. Okay, now this next one is a variation of one that I've shown you before. So an ab movement that I've shown you before for the obliques is where you get on your side and you're hitting your abs like this. Okay, you're basically leaning on your forearm a little bit. Well, we can do the same thing by taking a plate and holding it behind our head like this. Same thing, except I'm just looping it through. If you have one that has a loop like this, it makes it really easy. You can do this with a kettlebell, you can do it with a small dumbbell, anything like that. I'm just gonna hold through the loop and I want it right by my ear. Same thing. So see, I'm on my hip pocket, leaning on this arm, helping myself up a little bit, but I'm focusing on the negative. So what I mean by that, I help myself up in the movement, then I release the pressure off of my arm here, and I allow the weight to carry me down in the negative fashion. So it's like this, up and down. Up, let the weight carry me down. Up, let the weight carry me down. Up, and let the weight carry me down. So we're basically getting a negative contraction on the abs, which is a pretty powerful thing and something that we obviously want to try getting in as much as we can. Don't need to go super heavy. No need for you to grab a 25-pound plate and try to do that. It's not going to do you any good. Okay, now another one that I want to focus on is grabbing. We'll grab this here. Something you can do at home, you can do this with 2 dumbbells or you can do it with a barbell. I'll show you both. So, these are called windshield wipers. Technically, they are a weighted ab movement because you are engaging using the upper body a little bit. And all we're gonna do here is go from side to side. Boom, back to the middle, touch the side, back to the side, middle, other side, back to the middle, other side, middle. Very straightforward movement. So let me show you the other variation where we do it with actually some kettlebells, which might be something a little bit easier for you to do at home because you may not have barbells sitting around at home. Let's go nice and light. Let's go with the pink ones and I'll show you a variation that you can do with this to make it a little more advanced too. Same thing, pretend you're holding a barbell, okay? But now, since you actually have more motion this way, you're gonna engage the sartorius and the internal and external obliques a little bit more. Same thing, okay? Now what about if we wanna make it a little bit more advanced? Well, we do this. We go side, side, middle, and crunch up and touch, okay? So side, side, middle, and touch. Side, side, middle, and touch. The reason I don't recommend doing that with a barbell is because it can get difficult once you get that last little crunch up, and the last thing I want to have happen to you is you to get tired and have that barbell come down on your face. At least with kettlebells or dumbbells, you're safe. You're gonna fall this way if you do fall. So you have a little bit more control. So quick little ways for you to engage the abs in a different way. Okay, it's something, again, when you're activating a little bit more intensity and you're getting a little bit more of that sarcoplasmic reticulum part of the muscle to actually contract at its fullest, you're gonna get more muscle growth. And if you get a little bit of muscle growth in the abs, that's what's gonna give you that pop that you want, give you that little bit of the actual definition in your abs. And of course, I can't say this enough times, if you really want your abs to shine through, you have to get lean. What's the fastest way of getting lean? Intermittent fasting. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the link down in the description that goes to my intermittent fasting course, Science-Based Six-Pack, which is now the world's leading intermittent fasting course. That's the quickest way to get your abs through the diet. This is gonna be one of the quickest ways to get them when it comes down to your training. So as always, make sure you're keeping it locked in here on the channel with SixPackAbs.com, and I'll see you in the next video.